Hello, and welcome back to PUCL's PFTT in Week 2 with me, GigaSaurusGames. This week, as I turn on my internet, I will be playing against ComicsPop, because that's how Swiss Tournament rounds work. I lost last week, so did they, and so we are paired off for this week. It's fairly early in the week, so I didn't get a different team, so I'll just be using the same team that we saw last week and hoping it goes better than it did last time around. Well, I burned all my bad luck last week, right? So hopefully this time around, I will not get flinched twice in a row and lose the game because of it. So I am just waiting to get a link code from my opponent. I'm playing In other news, I've been playing other games lately. Against the Storm is a new game I started playing. I think it released sometime last year. It's a city building game that I've actually been enjoying a lot. So I highly recommend it. But I am just vamping, and it looks like ComicsPop dropped to offline on Discord. So I am gonna pause this recording until we get the link code figured out. So I will be back in a moment. Alright, and we should be good to go in just a moment, so I guess I will just vamp in the meantime. Went shopping today, because it turns out when you're an adult and you move out on your own, which to be fair has been true for me for a few years now, you have to go grocery shopping and eat, because otherwise no one's going to feed you. Against the Storm. I'll vent about Against the Storm some more. So Against the Storm, a lot of people call it a roguelike. For those who know what that term means, it basically means a game where you start from the beginning consistently and you go until you die, or win, depending. The big roguelike recently that released a few weeks ago that just exploded into the gaming world is called Balatro, which is a game about building poker hands and modifying probability to do so. But to be honest, I think Against the Storm's a better game. Balatro just... Like, I understand the game. It doesn't quite click for me into why I would super enjoy it. And Against the Storm feels like Civ City Rome, an old city builder that I used to play a lot growing up, so it just feels better, and I'm enjoying it a lot more. I don't know. Let's go ahead and look at the team some more from last week while I wait for the link code. So, because last week I just sort of jumped in without showing off the team in any kind of detail. I am using that team, right? Not this team. That's a team from a different video, from an unrelated video. Yeah, no, I think this team is better for me. So this team is a generally slower team with Raging Bolt, Frigoraph, and Amoonguss, where Frigoraph sets Trick Room, and then Armor Tail, its ability, blocks incoming priority. In addition, because it only blocks incoming priority, Raging Bolt, Incineroar, and Urshifu can launch priority in the other direction without limitation, unless they have their own Frigoraph or they set Psychic Terrain, since I'm not going to be setting Psychic Terrain myself. Urshifu is the one Fastmon with a Choice Scarf. And there we go. Link code is up. And there, so... It's the link code. Additional comment about Armor Tail. So it basically blocks all targeted incoming priority. So in addition to things like Mach Punch and Aqua Jet, it also blocks moves like Fake Out, Thunderclap, Sucker Punch, as well as prankster moves like Thunder's Thunder Wave or Tornadus' Taunt. So it actually has a lot of utility that's pretty useful as well. And that was not the button I was trying to do. My opponent has sent good luck. and is selecting the battle rules, which is just VGC regulation F, bring 6, choose 4, no restricted legendaries on the teams. And then also item clause, species clause. I think that's about it. Let's see. Let's go with... Let's go with these themes this week. A rain team. Interesting. A rain team, as well as an Ursaluna without Trick Room. Huh. Okay. Actually, that's just pretty slow in general. That's interesting. Blastoise learns Fake Out. I'm gonna lead Raging Bolt and Frigoraph. The main threats to Raging Bolt are Clodsire and Ursaluna, because those are ground types. Which, Clodsire, I don't know what this nickname is, but Frigoraph can hit it with a stab psychic move. And this also blocks Fake Out from Blastoise on Raging Bolt. They have a rain team. I don't think Urshifu helps very much, but Amoonguss will. And you know what? No, Choice Scarf is still more useful than Cineroar or Landorus into a rain team, I think. At least for the first game of the best of 3. So Blastoise could be several different sets. I won't know until I see it. Fake Out is a possibility. Shell Smash is a possibility. Either way, I'm certainly not Thunderclapping a Blastoise on turn 1. And Pelipper might well sit Tailwind, so I'm not inclined to Thunderclap that either. So I'll probably Thunderbolt turn 1. Or it leaves that. Sure, okay. I think I'm better off saving Raging Bolt for later. So for now, I will go into Amoonguss and use Hyper Voice instead of Psychic, because Hyper Voice will proc my Throat Spray. I will get +1, and then I can use +1 Psychic into Clodsire next turn, assuming it is Water Absorb and not Unaware, which I would assume on an opposing rain team. It's more likely to be Water Absorb. Okay, good thing I didn't use Trick Room, because I am in fact the slowest thing in the field, as I expected. Or, fastest thing in the field, I should say. Whoa. Alright then. Ha. Nice. Okay. Is that Guts Bulk Up? That's terrifying. My goodness. I'm gonna Rage Powder, because I want Amoonguss to live for at least one... I want Frigoraph to live at least one turn, because that's terrifying. That's gonna be Terra Normal Facade. Yeah, this is... Amoonguss is 100% dead to a Terra Normal Facade. This is gonna be terrifying. It does mean Clodsire will get its Toxic off this turn, even though it didn't last turn. I'm hoping this is a 2-hit KO. Okay, good. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. It can't priority the Frigoraph with Quick Attack or anything, so Ursaluna is safely dead. And I just bring in something to deal with the Clodsire. That sets Stealth Rock in doubles. Which breaks Focus Sash, I guess, but I don't think anything in my team has Focus Sash, so it's kind of interesting. I'm gonna do something funny. I'm gonna bring in Raging Bolt in front of a pair of ground types. Because Raging Bolt is bulky, Ursaluna is going to die, and Clodsire is actually pretty weak. So I'm going to attempt to Thunderclap the now not ground type Ursaluna. And Psychic the Clodsire, because I'm sure Ursaluna will die to the Thunderclap, assuming it connects. And if it doesn't connect, that means it probably used Protect, in which case I don't want to double target the Ursaluna. Or it switches out. Okay, sure. Perfect. Raging Bolt no longer the only threat to Raging Bolt is now Ursaluna, which does not which is significantly impacted by Fargarath's presence. Assuming it even knows Quick Attack, which I don't know that it does. Okay. So the Primarina likely wants to Moonblast or something. I'm AV. I think this is a good time to Terra, because I don't think there's any particular reason I want to be Electric Dragon here. Let's double target the Primarina. I think the Primarina is a bigger threat than the Pelipper. Oh, I forgot to Protect. I forgot to Terra. Well, at least I'll be resist Hurricane? Oh, okay, that's fine. It didn't use Moonblast, we're fine. This might even die to the next Psychic. And it does. Okay, cool. And Fargarath is still up, so I still don't need to worry about Quick Attack or anything. Though I do need to worry about Ursaluna under Tailwind. So I'm going to Terra this turn. No, there's no reason. I need to Thunderclap the Ursaluna. And I really think Hyper Voice will kill from this range. So, Thunderclap, if it attacks, will kill it. If it protects, I Hyper Voice the Pelipper for at least something. If it bulk ups, Hyper Voice should kill it. We're good. Okay, cool. So this is the downside of using Terra on a Pokemon like Ursaluna, because now it is no longer immune to Thunderclap. And that is not a terribly offensive Pelipper, because I feel like that would have done more. Because I've used offensive Pelipper in the past, and it does more than that. Yep. Alright, so game 1 is mine. Good. Cool. So things we learned in that battle. Ursaluna is Terra Normal. So if you're threatening it with a close combat from Urshifu, it has no way to escape that other than switching out. We also confirmed that the Pelipper is carrying Tailwind, which I think makes it more likely the Blastoise is offensive than it is support. But I could be wrong on that. The Clodsire appears to be largely passive. I really don't think it's a great fit for VGC, because unlike Among Us, it can't force you to deal with it very well, particularly, because you're not required to target it. It doesn't get Storm Drain, it gets Water Absorb, I'm pretty sure. Alright. So I expect that my opponent will adapt. Because what they learned last time is Ursaluna can be stopped by my lead. But just in case I am wrong, we are going to lead Urshifu to go into the Ursaluna. We also learned that Frigoraph does good damage to most of their team after the Throat Spray, so I want to bring that. I want to bring Raging Bolt. And I still think Amoonguss is more useful than Incineroar or Landorus because of the redirect. It might only be one redirect, but that could be the one redirect that matters. So I still don't, for the record, know that Ursaluna A gets quick attack, B has it. I actually think it. I actually don't think it gets quick attack, but I'm not certain. All right. So okay, hang on. Let me think for a minute. So Surging Strikes is 25, 75 times 1.5 is 35-ish, is 80, 110 plus change, times 1.5 from the rain, versus 120, super effective. Yeah, we're just gonna close combat. No, Surging Strikes. And Hyper Voice. That's fine. I did expect Terra Normal. That's why I wanted to close combat, and that's why I wasn't immediately assuming Surging Strikes is super effective. But the thing is, this is rain boosted Surging Strikes now. Like, I kind of think this might kill anyway. At least after the Hyper Voice. It definitely does not, but... actually. Might be a roll. So Urshifu might still outspeed because Ursaluna is quite slow. Frigoraph certainly won't anymore, but... lived. Disappointing. I kind of thought it would. Oh, but it'll die to its own Flame Orb. Okay. I haven't revealed the Scarf yet. Here's what's gonna happen. I swap an Amoonguss, and I protect with Frigoraph. Amoonguss almost certainly dies on switch-in, but Ursaluna will die to its own burn, and Frigoraph lives the turn. And can probably set Trick Room at some point if I really want to. Good to know. Amoonguss lives Pelipper's Hurricane. Perfect. And Ursaluna drops to Flame Orb. Having accomplished basically nothing except using up its Terra. Yeah. So Ursaluna would have died last turn if I'd used Close Combat, but I wasn't certain it was going to. Alright. Here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna Rage Powder with Amoonguss and set Trick Room. It's potentially a little risky, but Ursaluna's the main slow mon. It's already dead. And Trick Room means that the Tailwind and Shell Smash are now counterproductive. Is the Blastoise White Herb? I suspect it is in VGC. Yeah. So the reasoning, to my mind, was in VGC because you have Item Clause. You can't give everything Life Orb or Leftovers or whatever. And Trick Room goes down. And that Blastoise is now the slowest thing in the field by quite a lot. And Raging Bolt comes out. Alright, so I Thunderbolt the Blastoise and Psychic the Blastoise because I need it dead. If it's running Shell Smash, I want to believe it's not carrying Protect. Though I could very much be wrong about that. Though even if it does Protect, I don't know that Pelipper accomplishes much itself in front of the two mons I've got on the field. Which are both really tall quadrupeds, because Farigiraf is a giraffe and Raging Bolt is a Brachiosaurus or something. Oh, Pelipper used Protect. Are they double protecting? Double protecting. Okay. I think it's a positive for me, actually, because now I know that neither thing can protect next turn. Or is likely to protect next turn. You can protect twice in a row, but the second attempt only has a 1/3 chance of success. So Tailwind petered out, but the Blastoise is still the slowest thing in the field by quite a lot. Because Shell Smash under Trick Room. Pelipper's trying to get Blastoise to do something, but it can't priority in front of Farigiraf. And it dies to Thunderbolt. And now it's 4v2. Or 3v2, because Amoonguss is dead. Okay, and Thundurus is probably the slowest thing in the field. It gets Volt Absorb. I Draco Meteor and Psychic. So Thundurus has Volt Absorb, so I can't use Thunderclap or Thunderbolt into it. I probably could have Snarled, but I didn't know how much. I wasn't sure how much Psychic was going to do. And just to lock this in, I will swap to Urshifu to reset my special attack. And this team worked out much better this week, and my opponent concedes. Alright! Hey, 1-1. Good gig, ComicsPop. Apparently this rental team can work if you're paying close attention, even into what opposing other teams. It just has trouble with snow, that we learned last week. But it did take rain. It did take on rain this week, thanks to Raging Bolt and Farigiraf. Also, like, seriously, Farigiraf did so much work in that game. But until next week, when I will probably be paired off with someone who's also 1-1, and maybe I'll have a new team. I don't know. I haven't decided. It's going to be a rental team either way. And so until next week, I hope you enjoyed. This is GigaSaurusGames, signing out. Bye.